Hey there, friend. You are listening to Flip the Switch podcast. This is Leah Marie, your host, where we talk about things you can't find on YouTube, search up on Google, or even ask Siri. As you listen here, you're going to be jumping into interviews with influencers who create consistent six-figure earning entrepreneurs from a variety of industries. If you have ever wondered how to get consistent six-figure years or even months in your business, then you are in the right place. We all know that anything and everything we have ever done has been done mentally before it was ever done physically. Even if it was on the subconscious level, the body must follow the mind. So I say, let's apply this universal law to business and be successful mentally, then allow the strategies to take us there physically. Meaning you have fulfillment and live your purpose every day, and you do this guilt-free. I have been working with entrepreneurs for over 2 decades now, and there is an indisputable trend that can be found. Allow me to let you in on a little secret. It's mindset. Mindset is the foundation. It is the deciding factor, not resources, influence, time, money, or even the talents or skill set. A little bit of background, I'm a coach specializing in removing subconscious self-sabotage in entrepreneurs. I do this through a system I've developed combining, but not exclusive to, CBT and NLP. You can check me out over at masterofme.ca after the show. But for now, why am I here? Because I have what you need, and that's why you're here too. As you stick around and show up each week, you'll get direct access as I interview the real deal creators. We're talking to the ones who have systems that work, that have produced multiple six-figure earning entrepreneurs that do this yearly and even monthly in a variety of different industries. And most importantly, we will dive into the mindset that is the catalyst inside fueling these successful strategies. I can't wait to get started. Now let's jump in today's podcast. Hello, and welcome to Flip the Switch podcast. I'm so excited to introduce you guys all to Dalida Jaafar. She's a certified coach, trainer, and speaker with the John Maxwell Team. And she started her career as a clinical researcher, but then as a single mom was actually intrigued by the entrepreneurial lifestyle and the journey that takes. She wanted the freedom and the lifestyle that it brings. And so she quit her job and she started the entrepreneurial journey. And since her entrepreneurship, and all the obstacles she had to face and the struggles she went through, she learned how to really succeed as an entrepreneur and how to grow from her own experience first. And now she takes that to the world. And so I am going to invite Dalida to share her story with us about how she has created impact and is an influencer in creating six-figure earners out there in the entrepreneur world, because so many of our entrepreneur listeners, that's really the first goal that they have, is to become a six-figure earners. That's kind of like their first piece of success that they're really wanting to have consistency in. And so I'm really excited to be able to have this conversation. Welcome, Dalida.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Leah, for the invitation. And it's a great honor to be with you and share my experience with the people listening to this podcast. Actually, as you said, I started as a clinical researcher. And after a couple of years, I realized that this is not my dream. I don't want any limits on my abilities, what I can get. I was looking at entrepreneurs enjoying the lifestyle, the freedom, and especially as a single mom, I wanted to be most of the time with my daughter. And of course, as you know, with a job, you can't do that. So I took a crazy decision at that time, and I said, you know what, I want to quit my job and start being an entrepreneur. I thought at first it's what I see. It's beautiful lifestyle, freedom. I didn't know what's behind the scenes. And when we see entrepreneurs succeeding, we say, oh my God, they are living a great life. We wish we have that, but we don't know what they pass through. So I started in sales, and I started as insurance sales, then moved to a network marketing, which I really love this system. Many people don't agree with that, but I experienced success and I was able to change people's lives, so I support it. So I started with that, and I failed. I faced obstacles, and I faced the reality of entrepreneurial life, that it's not easy as it seemed, as it seems. So, but I kept wondering why people succeed and I don't, why people achieve these things and I don't. There's something. The first point of success is start questioning what you're not doing. It's not what other people around you are doing. So I started wondering what I can change in my actions, in my behavior. And then after talking to a couple of people who succeeded before me and did what I wanted to do, I realized that all this journey should start with the right mindset. When I grow myself, my business will grow.
Absolutely.
So I went into reading more books, hanging around with successful people, learning what they do, what they eat, what their daily habits. And it was that simple, starting from the daily routine, when they wake up, when they sleep, how they spend their time. And I started noticing change in my habits, and then change in the results in my business. And since I was in network marketing, I started telling my team what I was doing and what they should do. So it's important to have this, what the actions you are doing, other people can do. And of course, and it's well known, not everyone, we all know what we need to do, but not everyone does that. Common sense is not common practice. So people who started copying what I'm doing and really coachable, and people who wants to learn and change their life, they started finding results that I was finding. And we achieved really great success in the network marketing and in our business.
I love this. Can I pause you for 1 second? Just because you've said some really awesome things that I want to highlight for 1 sec.
Okay.
I love that you talked about how it started on the inside first, right? Because that's really what this podcast is about how when we want to achieve something, we create it mentally before we create it physically.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And that's exactly what you did, is you went out and you followed the growth principles, the laws, the universal laws of growth, and you started educating yourself first, right? On all of the aspects. And then you immersed yourself in it and started training yourself in it. And you were doing the things that, like you said, most people skip over, right? Like, what are these successful people even eating? What time are they waking up? You wanted to know what habits were, because the little things we do.
Habits.
Exactly. And I love that you really highlighted that. And then after you started to taste the results and the success of that, you took that to your team. And that transpires into any business as an entrepreneur, definitely inside of network marketing, but also inside of any other business, because
anything,
totally. Like you said, you have to be able to have that be transferable, right? And you found a way to create that transferability and take that to your team and have them having success in it. And other people in other businesses could do the exact same thing with their own team that helps them run their business, or their network marketing team, or their clients, right? If it's brought them success, it's been their journey, then it will also bring their clients that same type of success. So I just wanted to take a moment to jump in and highlight those pieces, because I hope that you guys have a piece of paper and a pen, because already we are getting some good points here. Go ahead, Dalida, finish that part of your story, and then I've got some awesome questions that I think will help us go.
Let me confirm what I believe really in life, that whatever your business is, it can't outgrow the level of your thinking. So no matter how you invest in your business, marketing, ask great people to join and help you with the business. If you don't grow the level of your thinking, your business can't grow. Absolutely. And even the thinking of your employees. So it's important to develop the mindset of your employees too. So this is how my business grew, and I started helping other people do the same. But what I want to insist on entrepreneurs in general, there's no point where you feel, and I was still looking for this point where I relax and I achieved success and that's it. But entrepreneurial life is a lot of ups and downs. Like when I started building my business and doing the great things and achieving the results that I want, I thought, oh my God, now it's time to relax. But then I had problems. I was in Lebanon and I had problems in the country, as you heard of all the things. It's not new. So everything went away. I have this leadership mindset, but I couldn't have any results anymore. So I moved to the States and now I'm starting to build that over and starting to build my entrepreneur. But you never lose your mindset. You never lose your skills. So starting over, it's easy because you've done it before, you can do it.
Yeah, so it's not like having to, sometimes people get so fearful around starting over because they feel like they're going all the way back to the beginning, but they're not. They're just, they can springboard off of where they left off. So yes, they're starting new, but they're not starting back at the beginning new, right? Because they already have built up all of those experiences and all of the mindset that took them to that point. So they will actually springboard much faster the secondary time or the third time, right? And so I love that you brought that point in as well, because like you said, it's a roller coaster. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart, right?
Exactly.
If you're going to be successful, you need to expect to make those shifts. What type of mindset shift did it take for you to move to another country and be willing to start over, but not see it as starting over at the very beginning?
At the end, we are people. No matter how strong I am as a coach and I can control my mindset, I'm being so frank here, so honest and transparent. The hardest person to lead is yourself. So even during my daily life, I have a lot of ups and downs. Hardships in Lebanon and the situation that happened over there made me take the decision that if I want to achieve something in my life, I need to move to the States. I know it's the world of opportunities and it's dreams come true in United States. But honestly, when I moved here, I was really scared by the situation. Everything is new. I don't know anyone. So I started doubting myself. And I had this mindset for like 2 months. Like I'm worth what I am in the States only. My history in the States. I don't speak the right language. So all these overwhelming self-doubts were overwhelming me until the point it's important to surround yourself with positive people. So I'm a John Maxwell team member. So I listen a lot to John Maxwell teaching. And
you took action.
Because I was always listening to his teaching, I was always listening to Jim Rohn. So you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So most of my time, since I was alone in the States, I don't have friends and family around me. I spend my time with John Maxwell, Jim Rohn, Brandon Burchard, Anthony Robbins. These are the people who I was, Les Brown. So it took me some time to overcome that, but then I know I'm not worth what I'm in the States. I'm worth my skills and the abilities and the mindset that I have.
You get to take it with you. It's transferable. You can take it with you from one career to the next, from one country to the next. Absolutely.
And when I'm coaching entrepreneurs right now, one of the first activities I do with them, I tell them, draw the line of your life when you are born and then till this day. And every year, highlight the incidents, the ups and downs in your life. And when they draw it and they say it clear in front of them, they notice that they are going up and they are going down. But this down is never below the last up they were in. So if anyone can try that, just highlight the negative points in your life. So you will go down in life, but you are still better than the last spot that you thought it's really an up, because you are growing. This case, if you have a growing mindset, if if you're not growing, if you're not improving, then you will go down. Because it's accumulation of things.
But the key point is understanding that it's our choice, our free will to act and bring it back up again.
Yep.
We can do that. We like you some people would have had your same experience and thrown the towel in, right? And said, well, I'm in a new country, I don't understand the language. The people here or the businesses here say that, whatever degrees I had in my own country aren't transferable, but my skill sets are. So how do I utilize that, right? And so you were able to shift your mindset into what you could truly create in
what
this
you are worth. Yep.
With the hard work. Awesome.
The easiest thing people do are living the victim lifestyle. I enjoyed for 2 months saying, oh, I'm new in the States, I don't know anybody, I should start over. It's easy to go for a job and living. It's torture to be 9 to 5 and get paid the minimum, but it's easy because there's no responsibility. There's your failures or success, you blame it on someone else, the economy, the boss, anything. But to hold this responsibility, this is only when you will be able to make a change.
I love that. Personal responsibility brings freedom, right?
Yeah.
Because then there's no one else to blame. And if you're the one that is to blame, that's the bad news, but it's also the good news because you're the one that's in control to change it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So tell me when your clients, your entrepreneur clients, because you actually ended up shifting from working inside of your network marketing business to not only keeping that running, but also shifting into teaching and leading, speaking and training inside of just businesses in general outside of your team as well, right? And so you're able to help build success and bring these six-figure earners through the format or the framework of the network marketing, but also inside of other companies and businesses and other opportunities. And so share with me and our listeners a little bit about the mindset or what you think are the key habits, because you mentioned that was the first place you started. What are kind of the key mindset or key habits that your clients often come to you with that are slowing them down or stopping them from reaching the next level? And what is the mindset shift that they need to take in order to, I guess, leave your presence in a completely different space?
Okay. Now, the main thing that's stopping people is they always look for the results. They don't look for their actions, they look for results. And even this is the point. People look how many six-figure people you helped coach. It's not about six-figure people, it's about how did they change, what influence I made in their life. Maybe they were living a normal lifestyle, they started thinking the number is a number. It's Jim Rohn says something, whatever your dreams are, add in to be a millionaire, not because of the number of them or the money you get. It's about the person you will be during this journey. So people always look for a number, what I'm getting. And I always explain to the people I'm coaching and that it's not about the number, it's about who you are, who you become. Absolutely. Sometimes the number won't make any difference, because if you are making $1 million and you don't have this mindset to invest it the right way or use it the right way, it will be like a couple of bucks and it will go to waste and you will be living your life miserable. So concentrating on the action, on the person you become, on the quality of your life, the mindset, the habits that you are doing, living the healthy lifestyle. I greatly believe in the balance in life. You can be working 24 hours and dedicated to work, but you ruin your relationships, your life, your health, everything. Then all the money you get is It's
worthless. It's worthless. There's no fulfillment in it if there's no one to share it with. You could be the richest person in the graveyard, right?
Yeah,
Work yourself to death. And what does that do for you? Exactly. Yeah.
So I really focus with my clients on the quality of their life,
Mm-hmm.
how they can improve their relationships, how they can improve their health in addition to the business. And believe it or not, when they have good relationships, when they have healthy habits and eating healthy, and they have the energy, their business will grow out even without trying, just being dedicated and having this consistency.
Just the law of cause and effect.
Yeah,
in play.
exactly.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you brought that other point up as well, because I like to call it living the nightmare to create the dream. So many people out there are living the nightmare, living the grind, working themselves and sacrificing everything to reach the dream. And as they're doing that, they're losing their health, they're losing their relationships, they're losing all of these things that are actually the reason they started, right?
Yep.
And so they're living this nightmare to create this dream. And that's a shift that I am very passionate about as well, with my clients. And so I love that you brought that up, and that the framework really starts with the foundation. And like you said, understanding that law of just cause and effect. And
Yep.
From what I'm understanding from everything that you're saying is that there's some major takeaways that people can gather just from what we've talked about already so far. You've talked about looking at surrounding yourself with who are the 5 people that you spend the most of your time with. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future, right?
Yep.
That quote. So who are we spending our time with? Where is our mindset, right? What are we bringing in? What are we allowing into our brain? Because if that's going to be rattling around in there, is it serving us, right? Mm-hmm. So and not only our mindset, but our health as well, and our relationships, and creating that balance, like you said. You talked about being able to you can never your business cannot outgrow your mindset. Right? Yep. And so being able to recognize, if you want your business to grow, the first thing that has to grow first is your mindset. It's taking your brain there first, mentally being there first. And some of the ways that people can start that today is by looking at those people who have achieved these pieces, and not looking at the money side of it or all the strategies necessarily, but first looking at the foundation and how then do they create the strategies or bring the strategies in so that they can springboard off of that strategy, right? Yeah. And the thing that I think that is beautiful about that is that what that does is that actually creates consistent growth, you guys, right? That's what our goal is. Our goal is to have consistent growth, not to have the flash in the pan where it's like, woo, overnight success type thing, and then you crash because
exactly.
There's no sustainability then, right? And we see that even in people that have won lotteries, right? Like they have no mental capacity to sustain
manage this money.
That level of income, because they never grew into the mindset of being at that income level and what it takes to live at that level. And so they burn through it, it's gone, and they're back to square one, right? And so like you said, you need to be able to get there mentally first. I love that. Okay, fantastic. So is there anything else that you would make a point of right now that you think would be important for our listeners to understand at this moment in their career, or something that you feel like maybe, what is the number one question you get asked when your clients first come into you? What's the number one thing that they're asking you?
The first thing I already answered is results. How can I get results? And it goes all with your mindset and consistency. And the second thing, and the biggest problem, like 99% of the people suffer from, is time management and procrastination.
Absolutely.
Everyone procrastinates. And I want to tell you something. We are all lazy. Human beings are lazy. Even high achievers, if they don't have this goal in mind and this desire to keep working, they tend to be lazy.
And they have to set they have to set up other people to keep them accountable as well,
Exactly.
right? Like they put people in place to make sure that they follow through.
I was listening to podcast and training for Darren Hardy, like a couple of days before, and he was talking about this point that everyone is lazy. And I used to always beat myself up. I'm lazy. I like to sleep in the morning. I like to stay up like on Netflix. Everyone loves this lifestyle. And Darren Hardy said, I'm lazy too. And all the people, high achievers that you see are lazy too. And the point is, he pointed out some basketball players. I'm sorry, I don't know the names, but when they are retired from their career as basketball players, the fit bodies and the healthy lifestyle, they turn to people who have overweight and just lazy spending. So when they don't have a goal in mind, they don't have a plan to something to achieve, people tend to be lazy. So it's not about time management, it's about life management. Manage your life, manage your goals, so you won't be procrastinating.
And that's what you said earlier about lead yourself first. You have to lead yourself first, then you can lead others, right? And I completely 100% agree with you. And I teach that same principle, that it's time management is an oxymoron. Like it doesn't even exist. You can't rearrange a time schedule. You can't say, well, I actually want 2 hours in this 1 hour block. And I want, you can't actually physically do that. What you can do is you can manage yourself, right?
How to use your time. Yeah.
One thing that you mentioned there about the results piece that I think is really important. And I had a conversation with another coach recently, and we were discussing this as well. And she was preaching this and talking about it. And I say preaching because she was on a soapbox, right? But she was talking about this, and I loved what she said. She said that what most people's biggest struggle is that they're not fully committed, right? And what happens is what I took from that is they're committed to the outcome. They're committed to the desires of what they want from the lifestyle, but they're not committed to the process of what they have to give in order to get that.
Yeah, they don't have this mindset like to get, you need to give.
Exactly. And that is where they get hung up. And that's where some people actually get caught up because they start and stop, or jump from business to business trying to make this happen. And the issue isn't necessarily the business. The issue is the fact that they aren't giving it enough time to get to the destination, right? Because all they're thinking is, oh, this isn't working fast. It's not working fast enough, so it must be wrong. But that's not necessarily the case. There are certain strategies that happen inside of your mindset and your habits that can help you move forward faster. But just jumping to another career or another thing isn't necessarily the answer. And so I like
now
that.
Sometimes let me be the like, sometimes it's they move from place to a place because it's not their passion. They didn't find themselves in it. But I tell them, give yourself time, because sometimes you don't know what your passion is until you start trying and getting results. Like I meet a lot of people who are right now not working, and because of this situation, they left their job and they don't know what they need to do either. Still, have you tried something to build your business as an entrepreneur? No, I don't like that. Did you try it? If you talk to me like when I was a clinical researcher, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm medical lab degree. I have a medical lab degree and I'm working as a clinical researcher. This is the dream of anyone. Like it's a good paid job. I'm in an executive position, so it's great. But if you tell me go be an entrepreneur, I say no. This is what I'm doing. But when I tried entrepreneurship, I find the value in it. I found myself. But at the beginning, I failed. I thought I want to quit, but give it the best. Try, learn, and then you will find yourself. So don't be jumping from place to another, because in this case, you won't be achieving anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that about what you're saying, right? Like be committed to the process of what it takes, not just committed to the outcome and what can this what can this do for me? But what does this dream require of me in order for me to achieve it, right?
Yeah, be attached to your dream. And sometimes you don't like the things that you do during the process, but it's where are you getting what makes it worth it. And I always give this example. Someone playing basketball, he doesn't like to do push-ups. He likes to shoot the ball and dribble. I don't know what they say, but this is the point. But he has to do push-ups. He had to do weight training. He had to live these things he doesn't like, he doesn't enjoy, but he has to do them in order to achieve his goal and his dream. So
absolutely,
you're not a baby anymore.
I love it. Thank you. Playing straight. Awesome. I love it. Okay. So, Dalida, tell our listeners a little bit more about what's your next step now? And then, like what are you working on right now? And then where they can find you if they want to get more information, about what you're doing or how to connect with you.
Okay. Right now I'm in the stage that I'm giving. There's a lot of giving in my career right now, because I know we are in a great need to help and support, and people are passing through a lot of uncertainty in their life, so they need the support and giving. And as leaders, we believe in serving the society. So every Thursday, I'm having a mastermind session with great, amazing leaders, and they are really successful in their career, real estate, financial advisors, working in IT, banking. So there's from several backgrounds. We are meeting every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time for a mastermind session discussing Laws of Growth, the book by John Maxwell. We are going deep, helping and supporting each other, and we are getting great benefit out of it. And I'm doing a lot of trainings on social media. I'm going live every Monday to discuss certain subjects. And I have my coaching program. It's 3 months to 6 month coaching, where I'm extra giving in the coaching session. I have the personality test to do for the people I'm coaching, to understand their personality type, to be able to communicate effectively with other personality types. And I do daily accountability follow-up with them. Usually coaching sessions, it's just once per week, but I have a daily call with the people I'm coaching, accountability to make sure, because I'm about them building the right habits. Mm-hmm. And accountability, I believe, as a first part, it's very important. So accountability, masterminds, and coaching sessions.
Awesome. So what, if you can, we'll drop the link in the show description there, so that people can find the links to be able to connect with you. With the mastermind that you were discussing, is that one where people can join, or is that one where people can go in and watch it happening and then gather information? How does the mastermind work? Are you inviting other people in to join the mastermind, or are they listening into your mastermind with these other
No, they join. Every Thursday, it's open for everyone. They can join, share their experience, learn from others' experience. And it's a very valuable topic every week. Last week, we were talking about the pain, how to pass out through pain in our journey. This week, we are talking about how to build a character in order to grow. And I make it simple. Just search Dalida Jaafar on Google, on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and you will find me. This is my name that's on the screen. So it's really simple.
Perfect. That's wonderful. So I am so excited to be able to do that. Now, I always like to end off with a little bit of a rapid fire fun time. So these are just going to be some fun facts. Dalida has no idea what I'm about to ask her.
Oh my God.
Okay, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Who is your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Oh, absolutely.
Yes, I'm so feminist. Okay.
Favorite breakfast cereal?
favorite black breakfast cereal. I have it in front of me. It's oatmeal with honey and almonds.
Oh yeah, that's like, I think that's like a Harvest Crunch or something like that. Maybe it's a different brand that makes it, but yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What would your client say your best quality is?
I have a lot of best qualities. No, I'm close to them. I have one thing in my life, in my personality, that sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. I can't work with people who I don't connect with.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I can't if someone I feel I don't connect with, I don't relate, even if he was a great client, I can't spend this time with him. I'm very transparent, and it shows on my face.
I love that. And I think that that's serving them the highest, right? And that's also creating and setting the appropriate boundaries for the lifestyle that you want. So that,
Yeah, because
that energy can
in
flow.
this case, they know I care. It's
Yeah.
When you care for people, they can trust you and they can know that you can help them.
Absolutely. I love that. Name one thing that you have on your bucket list.
It's like something I want to do or a task during my business.
No, it's like one thing you want to do before you die. Like usually we have a list of amazing things we want to, skydiving or
No. My biggest dream is to open leadership school for free in Lebanon.
Oh, wow. That would be nice.
I believe in building young generations to be leaders, and Lebanon right now is in great need for leaders and successful people with a great mindset. So really, this is what my dream. It's to start the school where students can learn for free, and it's not about what education is giving. I will be teaching also leadership, communication skills, public speaking, all the skills that will help them to be successful, even entrepreneurship. So this is my dream. And
wonderful. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dalida. I am so excited for our listeners to be able to listen to this and re-listen to this episode, because there are so many juicy points that we have discussed and that you brought to the table and we touched on. Thank you so much for your time, and we will look forward to learning and continuing in this growth journey together.
Thank you. Same here. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Flip the Switch. Remember, number one, subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and we'd love to connect with you. So leave us a review, then send me a DM snapshot of it with a question that you want answered in an upcoming podcast. And don't forget to grab that free gift at masterofme.ca/commute. See you next week, same time, same place.